Welcome back to Soma Talks, a podcast where body and mind meet. Today we are exploring something deeply human and deeply transformative: trust in life. Trusting life often feels layered and complex. Many people associate trust with certainty, ease, or predictable outcomes, but trust lives somewhere deeper, in our capacity to stay present as life unfolds, especially when the life feels uncertain. And the idea for this episode came to me when I was seeing all the news and tracking the recent political events, which have left many people feeling very anxious and uncertain, even questioning where are we headed, because the new year has just begun and for many it doesn't feel like a fresh start anymore. So in this episode, the aim is to explore how trust in life can offer us relief during such times. Basically, trust develops through experience. It grows through reflection, our relationships, and inner awareness. It evolves as we learn how to meet change, emotion, and especially uncertainty with openness. At the beginning of a new year, many people feel drawn towards planning and control as well. But beneath that movement, there is often a deeper wish: peace. This episode explores a different pathway rooted in presence, acceptance, and inner steadiness. Let's start with the question, what trust in life means. Trust in life reflects an inner relationship with uncertainty. It shows up as openness toward experience, willingness to adapt, capacity to stay connected during challenge. In psychology, this quality aligns closely with psychological flexibility or resilience, the ability to respond with awareness rather than react automatically. Research consistently links psychological flexibility with greater emotional resilience, reduced stress, and improved well-being. Trust functions as a skill strengthened through practice, repetition, and lived experience. For example, philosopher Alan Watts described this balance beautifully by saying, "The art of living is a balance between careful attention and natural flow." So trust grows inside that balance. When we are more mindful, when we become more aware, and we let the things flow in their own way. But what does it actually mean that trust develops through experience? Basically, nervous system learns from experience. Periods of instability, loss, or emotional uncertainty shape how the body relates to the world. Over time, many people develop a strong preference for certainty, structure, safety, and control. This response reflects intelligence and adaptation. Psychological research shows that a strong need for certainty often correlates with increased anxiety. Trust offers an alternative: safety rooted in presence rather than prediction. Carl Jung expressed this insight clearly by saying, "What we bring into awareness transforms our relationship with it." So trust begins when awareness softens inner tension, when we start to reflect instead of automatically react as we always used to. It's about consciously reshaping our behavioral patterns instead of following them automatically without further reflection. Because at the end of the day, they might not serve us, and there might be a better way towards peace. The big question of today is also how trust can help us let life flow. Many philosophical traditions share the understanding that peace grows through acceptance. Acceptance creates space. It allows energy to move freely rather than tighten. In mindfulness-based psychology, acceptance supports emotional regulation, nervous system balance, and reduced inner conflicts. Taoist philosophy speaks of Wu Wei, action aligned with natural rhythm. This approach emphasizes cooperation with life rather than force. Lao Tzu wrote, "When effort aligns with the way of things, life unfolds with ease." And this is the essence of trust and letting life flow. Because trust grows as resistance softens and the presence deepens. What other Eastern philosophies say about trust in life? Eastern traditions describe trust as alignment rather than control. In yoga philosophy, trust connects closely to Ishvara Pranidhana, often translated as surrender, devotion, or trust in life's intelligence. In the Yoga Sutras, which I often mention in this podcast, this principle supports inner freedom and peace. In modern language, it means participating fully while releasing grip on outcomes. Yoga teaches that suffering often arises from clinging to expectations, identities, timelines, or certainty. Trust develops as clinging softens. Buddhist philosophy echoes this through the practice of non-attachment, a way of staying open, present, and flexible while remaining deeply engaged with life. From this perspective, change reflects nature, movement reflects life, and presence remains available all the time. Yoga and meditation anchor trust in the body. Each inhale receives life, and each exhale releases excess effort and everything that is not needed anymore. Over body, the body learns how to stay here, how to be present, and how to meet this exact moment. So trust becomes embodied through body as well. It's also largely about creating those safe spaces where we can really relax and let go, when we can really cry without judgment, when we can show our emotions without being scared that someone will not approve them. So remember to create such small routines, such safe spaces in your life, whether it's your relationship with someone, whether it's your meditation time, or maybe yin yoga session. It's very important to create such moments during a day so that you allow yourself to release what is too heavy, what is not needed, in order to let yourself flow with the life. Let yourself trust in its rhythm. As I already mentioned, the close linkage between trust and body, trust really expresses itself through physical experience. When trust grows, breathing deepens, muscles soften, awareness expands, and somatic psychology shows that safety develops through small, consistent experience of regulation. Trust builds through gentle pauses during your day, rest when you need that, emotional expression, or grounded movements. What personally helps me in fostering trust in life is a gentle practice, gentle physical practice such as yin yoga or maybe stretching, not really very active and dynamic exercises because they often put our energy level up, while what we need is really a pause, a break. We really need to stop and have space to feel and reflect afterwards. Basically, we could sum up what's been said today with a sentence that trust is a living practice. Trust evolves through experience. Some days trust appears as courage, for example, stepping forward with openness. Some days trust appears as rest, honoring natural rhythm and your need for reconnection. Some days trust appears as grief, honoring meaning and something that you lost. Other days trust appears as joy, receiving life fully. Trust adapts with seasons, with phases, with our needs, which are always changing. For example, Rilke wrote, "Live the questions. Over time, you grow into the answers." Trust grows quietly, steadily, and authentically. It requires time and experience. And this process is not easy. It may be very challenging and it may bring us a lot of anxiety at the beginning because the way of developing trust is to face those moments, is to go through them, not really avoid them, not really react to them automatically with our safest reaction. It's about experimenting, it's about opening up, and it's about receiving what we are given at that time. This episode is rather a reflection, so that you can also bring more awareness into your life. And as you move forward into this year and even beyond, allow more trust to develop in your life. Just be more aware, more mindful, and with time you will become more conscious and you will invite more space for your trust in life, because trust is about experiencing. So you really need to face what you've been avoiding. You really need to challenge yourself instead of escaping from what's uncomfortable or too heavy. This is how trust grows. And I wish that this year will lead you through experiences that will bring more peace in your life. Remember that trust grows through breath, through presence, through acceptance. When life unfolds with movement, relationship, and change, we can always come back and reconnect with what is the most important so that we can face it all with the openness. We can come back through soft breath, through grounded body, through open heart, through a conversation with someone. So remember that you always have these resources around and feel free to use them whenever you need, because that will make you a stronger, more resilient and trustful person. Thank you for sharing this space with me today. I hope this episode is leaving you with some kind of reflection, maybe more consciousness or more awareness about those parts of your life where you could invite more trust. Until next time. Soma Talks, Agata Daras.